all my listeners. So if you have been viewing my videos before, you would know what this video is going to be about. It is basically about how you can be at peace with your inner conscious self, because I saw that a lot of people struggled during this full moon, and they just didn't know how to be at peace. They had all that emotional baggage, negative feelings, negative emotions that they were not able to handle, maybe thinking about all the issues going on in their life too much, that people were feeling too much depressed. So I had to take this video out for all those people who are so much frustrated in their life, or maybe even though you're not like frustrated, maybe you've just lost something, maybe you lost a job, or maybe something happened, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your life, just in basic language that we can say. So for all those people, this video is for all of you. Before that, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Okay, so we can begin with the reading now. Basically, I'll explain you what is inner conscious self first. Your inner conscious self is not what your conscious mind is telling you. It's basically what is going on in your subconscious mind. Sometimes we are disturbed when we don't even know why. So that is because our inner conscious mind is thinking something and is troubled, and we are unable to decode what the mind is thinking. So at that time, how you can be at peace with yourself in those times when you have so much emotional baggage to carry, especially if you're a water sign and it's the full moon. So, inner conscious self. So this was basically what the inner conscious self means. What your inner being is saying to you. What your inner being wants you to understand. Maybe someone here doesn't have a job, okay, and you are like really thinking, oh my god, how I'm gonna get this job, how I'm gonna survive, how I'm gonna pay my bills. And this video is for all of you. So the inner conscious self is your inner mind. What is your inner mind trying to tell you? Now people don't know how to just be at peace with that mind and know what that mind wants you to do. Sometimes you're thinking, oh my god, I don't have a job, maybe because that's why, that's the reason that I'm upset. No, that's not the reason sometimes that why you're upset. Maybe that can be a secondary factor, but what's the primary factor? The primary factor is going to be something else. The primary factor is that you are worried about the bills. You are worried about how you're going to survive in the long run. So that is what you're worried about. It's not the job. It is actually the things that the job is providing you with, like financial abundance. So till now you all must have understood what is the inner conscious self and what is the inner conscious mind. Now, how you can be at peace with that mind. Sometimes you're so much disturbed, depressed, you don't know what you're doing with your life, nothing is going as per your plans, everything is just so much messed up. What you're supposed to do now? The very first thing for all those people who are struggling at the moment, who are thinking how I'm gonna be financially abundant, how I'm gonna get married, how I'm gonna get into that relationship, how I'm gonna get that career or something like that, how I'm gonna pursue that kind of a career. So this is the very first step, is that you have to meditate. Now it's a very heavy word for 99% of the people. Meditation, oh my god, I don't know how to meditate. No, it's not that you don't know how to meditate. Everybody knows how to meditate. Meditation is simply just having a control over your own thoughts. how you can have a control over the thoughts that are going in the subconscious mind. Now, how you can do that? Follow, all I'm gonna tell you is like 5 steps. If you follow these 5 steps, and this is just for beginners, like people who say, I can't meditate, I don't have time, I'm too much frustrated, I'm doing too much work, I'm not getting anything. This is for all those people who are like frustrated with their life completely. So the very first step, you have to meditate. Meditation, by meditation I'm not saying, just sit there for like 12 hours on a hill and you have to be like, just concentrate on one thing and then chant a certain mantra or a name. No, you're not going to do that. By meditation, the only thing I mean is, there are a lot of videos that we see on YouTube. Just put any soothing, calming music, like the music that maybe you can hear which is playing behind. This is basically a soothing music. It can be, sound of rainwater, sound of birds chirping, sound of whichever sound you like, basically, because sometimes I don't like the sound of water, so I like the sound that comes during the sunrise, like the birds chirping and all that sometimes. But some people like the sound of rain. I don't like that most of the time, but that's my personal opinion. You can choose whatever you want. Put that sound on. Make sure you have your earphones on. Initially, this is the most important step. Make sure you have both the earphones on and you're not thinking about anything else, and the volume is, I'm not gonna say that it's gonna, you need to have it really loud, but at least that much that, you don't, even though somebody calls you from the other end, you can't hear it. At least that loud. So, just put that music on. The very first step that I'm saying. Put the music on. Sit with your back straight. I'm not gonna tell you to sit with the back straight for 5 hours, 10 hours, or even half an hour. This is a trick only for just 10 minutes. All you have to give is 10 minutes from your day. Whatever you're doing, searching for a job, absolutely fine. Searching for a career, absolutely fine. Want to study somewhere? Fine. I'm not saying stop anything. But all I want is 10 minutes from your day. If you can give yourself those 10 minutes, you can be at peace with yourself, and all those things that are so much in chaos will line up automatically and you'll see an immediate change in your life. So, put that music on, sit there with your back straight, legs straight, or maybe legs can be like in any, whichever position you like to sit in. Maybe you're sitting on chair. So, whichever, the most comfortable chair that you have. What you have to do is breathe in, and now you have to imagine breathing in. Imagine that you're breathing in white light. You have to imagine, then only you'll be able to concentrate, because you're a beginner. If you do not imagine, your mind is gonna go everywhere. Still your mind will wander. Still it's gonna wander, but it's all good. We have solutions for that as well. That is simply not a problem. So just imagine that you're breathing in white light, and always breathe from your tummy. You always have to breathe from your stomach. You have to feel that your stomach is, coming out, it's bulging out, it's inflating, whatever you want to say. So when you do it, suppose you took the breath in 2 seconds. You have to put that breath out. If it was for if the breath that you took was it just took you like 1 second to breathe in, then it should at least take you 3 to 4 seconds to breathe out. Breathe it out really slow. Okay, so breathe in and then breathe out really slow. So breathe in with your tummy bulging out and breathe out slowly. While you're breathing in, you have to imagine that you're breathing in white light. And when you're breathing out, always breathe out from your mouth. Okay? When you're breathing out, just imagine, usually, people imagine a black cloud coming out of their mouth, which just has all the pain in your body that comes out, all the negative energy, all the negative blocks in your body, that simply just comes out. So breathe in the white light and breathe out that black cloud of all the negative energy that you have. Do this breathing just 5 times. After 5 times, you'll feel a little bit lighter, and as you continue to breathe, your mind will start wandering right away. So when your mind starts wandering right away, what is that first thought that comes to your mind? Suppose I'm breathing in and I'm just breathing it out. The thought that's coming to your mind would be like, if you don't have a job, it's gonna be, oh my god, what am I doing? I don't have a job, I have to go apply for a job. Calm down. That is okay, don't try to shunt it out, don't do anything with that. You thought about it, breathe in again and breathe out, and just imagine those words are coming out of your brain in the form of that black cloud. Sometimes you feel that, usually people say words are flying. I'm just telling you that all those words, all those actual alphabets, like how I'm gonna get a job, it's HOWIAM, going to get a job. Just imagine all those alphabets coming out in that black cloud. When you imagine that, it may sound funny right now, but it works perfectly. That's how I started meditating. And today, even though I meditate for like 45 minutes, 1 hour without the earphones on, I'm okay. I don't get distracted. It's not that I don't hear anything. I do hear, but nothing distracts me. My mind doesn't think about it. Why? Because I'm thinking about only my breathing. So that's the first technique, that meditation. Now, that thought came in your mind and you shunt it out in the form of that black cloud, like the words just flew out of your mouth. Okay? Now breathe in again and breathe out. After 10 seconds, you'll feel another thought popped up in your brain. Maybe it was not about a job, maybe it was about something else. Oh my god, I have to pay that loan. If I don't get this much of salary this time, how am I going to pay that loan? Let it be. Now you remember what your first thought was and your second thought was. Breathe it out in the form of that black cloud. Open your eyes. Take your mobile phone, any device, or maybe a pen and a paper. Number 1, you have to write what your first thought was, how I'm gonna get a job. Secondly, if I don't get this much of salary, how I'm gonna pay my loan this time. Then continue with your meditation again. This is how you are just gonna make a list of all the thoughts that are coming into your mind. Only do it for 10 minutes initially, only and only 10 minutes. Whether those thoughts are 10 or the same thoughts are repeating again and again, if they're repeating again and again, just mark repetition like the sign of multiplication, multiply by 1, multiply by 2, whatever it is. So if you have repetitive thoughts, very nice. If you have different kinds of thoughts and you're thinking, oh my god, I meditated for 10 minutes and I have a list of like 20 thoughts right now. What's gonna happen tomorrow? We'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow. You made a list, you meditated, you shunted all those out in the form of that black cloud. Your work is done. Don't think about that list right now. We will talk about it, what to do with that list later on. Do not get confused with that list at all. You have to do this technique. Just follow this simple video, this simple 5 steps. This was just the first step. You have to just follow these 5 steps for at least 3 days. After 3 days, automatically you will see that on the 4th day, all the thoughts that you have in your mind are already penned down, and now they're just repeating themselves out. Okay, then I'll tell you what you have to do with the list of those thoughts. Right now, just make a list. You meditated for 10 minutes, your work is done, forget about everything else. Okay, now do whatever you want in your day. You can, searching for a job, go search for a job, or maybe if you have to apply to a certain university, if you have to think about your career, if you have to get married, whatever efforts you are doing from your end, keep doing that. Because initially, if you put everything on divine, it's simply not possible for the human mind to adapt in that way. So we have to adapt our mind step by step. This was the first step. 10 minutes meditation done. Put it only for 10 minutes on YouTube. Okay? Do not put any kind of guided meditations right now. You will need those later on. But for now, just put the music sound, because we need those thoughts that are in your mind. If you put the guided meditation, you'll be completely in that and we'll not get the list of those thoughts. Okay? Second thing what you have to do. If you exercise, if you go to the gyms, if you do yoga, if you do anything like that at home, well and good. For the people, I am pretty sure somebody who is so much disturbed, so much frustrated, does not do yoga at home, for sure. If you do, maybe you're not following the right technique to do it. All you have to do then, whenever you get time, I'm not saying right after meditation you have to do this. You don't have to follow these steps in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to meditate, then yoga, then 3rd, 4th, 5th, no. You can do yoga first. You can meditate later on, maybe at night when you have time. So, for yoga, you are a beginner. For example, you're a beginner. If you're already doing it, you're a pro at it, continue with it. I'm not saying anything to all those people. This is just who's beginning. And you don't do yoga. Only 5 poses, only 5 yoga, the most easiest yoga poses you have to do. I'll give you examples of some, and then in the next video also I will post those 5 yoga poses that you have to do. Very simple ones. Don't even have to think about it twice. How am I going to do that? No, you don't have to think about it at all. First of all, for doing, one more tip for doing yoga. For beginners, whenever you're doing yoga, just put the soothing music on. There are a lot of yoga musics, not like the, ones which are too much loud and which makes you energetic. No, we don't want that energy. We want peace right now. Okay? We will need that energy as well. That I'll tell you a little bit later on. But for yoga, this yoga is only gonna take you 15 to 20 minutes. Only 5 poses. You only start with those 5 poses. Simply sit back, breathe in, breathe out for 10 seconds, or maybe just take 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out, that's it, and then start doing. I'll just give you an example of some of the yoga poses that you can easily do. Child's pose. You can stay in the child's pose for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. There's no harm. You'll see, just Google child's pose and you'll know what it is basically. Down dog. For the people who cannot do down dog for a really long time, at least do it for 10 seconds, only 10 seconds. And I'm not saying you have to look at the clock. Whenever you're in that position, start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not look at the clock. So, child's pose, down dog. You can come up on warrior 1 and warrior 2 poses if you like, or any other easiest yoga pose that you like. In the end, the fifth pose, don't forget to do the Shavasana. Even though you haven't done a lot of yoga, but do that Shavasana at least for 60 seconds, that's 1 minute. So, if you do Shavasana for 60 seconds, any thoughts coming into your mind, don't even think about it and be like, right now I'm doing Shavasana, I'm not going to think about anything. Just a matter of 60 seconds. And I hope if somebody really wants inner peace, they can at least give 60 seconds of their life. Okay? So this was basically the second point. So what was the first point? Meditate, and meditate for 10 minutes and make a list of all the thoughts that are coming into your mind. For meditation, we want all those thoughts coming in. So no guided meditations for now, for these 3 days at least, till your thoughts don't start repeating themselves. And then you only have a repetition of all those thoughts. Okay? Thoughts could be related to anything. Maybe you want to buy a car, maybe you want to buy a vehicle, maybe you don't have money to buy, just the basic stuff at home. It could be anything. You have to pen down each and every small thing. Maybe there's a fear of something. Note that fear also. I'm getting a fear. So and so is gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. Just pen it down. And after that, close that book. You don't have to look at that book at all. That's all in your head. Your mind knows it. Like your mind simply, continues to just keep on having those thoughts again and again. Your mind doesn't need to read that all. Okay? So this was the first thing. The second thing was yoga. 5 poses only. When your 5 poses are done, just say I'm done with yoga. Be it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't matter. You're done with your yoga. I am so sorry guys. You must have just heard a little bit of click sound. That's because my camera battery died and I just had to put it on charging, change my batteries, and then I came up. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from where we left in the I won't say in the last video, I mean wherever you heard that click sound. Okay, so we were discussing about, as I mentioned to you, that the first step that you have to do is meditation. Just a little correction there. The second step is making the list of those thoughts that I explained before. So yoga is not the second step. The second step is actually the list of thoughts, and then yoga is the third step. So I already explained yoga, 5 poses, and in those 5 poses, whether it takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just start with the 4th one now. Okay, so the 4th thing that you have to do, think about a thing that you love the most. What do you like doing? Like suppose I love making paintings, I love making canvases, so that's something that I love to do whenever I get like free time, or even though I don't get free time, sometimes my mind is too much messed up, I try doing those things. So think about a thing that makes you happy. Maybe for some people it can be driving, for some people it can be doing gardening, or maybe just painting on painting the walls, or painting any kind of, some people like those pebble painting and stuff. Maybe you like cooking, maybe a lot of people would like driving, so even though you like driving, you have to include that in. So now what you have to do is, you have to do that. If you love driving, go for a drive for 30 minutes. Alone or with someone, doesn't matter. Just go for a drive for 30 minutes. If you love painting, if you love making drawings, do it for 30 minutes. I'm saying 30 minutes, you can do it for a lot more time, like till the time your painting doesn't finish, if you have that much time. But this is for people who are too much depressed and too much frustrated. Obviously you will feel like, oh my god, what I'm doing, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not free, I'm not this, I'm not that. That's okay. Just 30 minutes. Or if you cannot start with 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But for those 15 minutes, try and put an alarm, but please do not look at the clock. Of course, if someone likes painting in 15 minutes, I don't know what you can make, but I would only be able to make the sketch. You know, if it's an easy sketch, maybe I'll be able to make that sketch, but sometimes even a sketch takes time. So, whatever you like, try to take out 30 minutes. If you don't have 30 minutes, like someone likes gardening, you can do that gardening you can plant some seeds of beautiful flowers, any kind of seasonal flowers or anything. You can do those things, or maybe you can decorate your garden in a particular way that you want. You can do, like, that's kind of a really manual kind of a work and energetic work, so you can do it for 15 minutes. I don't want you to get super tired. This is to give you peace, not to make you tired. But if you love something, definitely you will not feel tired after doing it. Of course, like, getting tired is a different thing, but like, not tired in a way that you say, I'm not going to do this from tomorrow. No, you won't, you're not going to say that. So try and find something like that you love. Some people, I would say a lot of people love cooking. A lot of people like online shopping. They just keep on, looking at all those websites and, just seeing my size is available in this, or that is also fine. Do that for 15 to 30 minutes. Whatever you like, whatever brings peace to you. Okay? So make sure you do that thing for sure in your day, in those 24 hours. Okay? And the last thing, the fifth step that you have to do. Now you must be thinking that during yoga you have to listen to soothing music, during meditation it's soothing music. When can I listen to my own songs? That is the time now. You can listen to your own songs now. Try to pick the energetic songs. If you like a lot of drum beats and those trap music, whatever kind of music. I'm not being judgmental about music at all. If you like Sufi, listen to that. If you like those the rap music types, or the ones that have a lot of musical in them, or maybe sometimes you just like tunes and all, whatever your favorite music is, whichever songs you like, listen to 5 songs, just 5 songs. You can listen to more if you have more time, if you are not thinking about anything else. Even though you're thinking about anything else, shunt that thought out. Only time you have to keep those thoughts in your mind is while you are meditating, and once you pen that down, you can shunt it out the way I explained. Okay? And in all the other things, in doing yoga, in doing your favorite thing, maybe art, painting or anything, and into listening songs also, you have to shunt all those thoughts out. That thought came in, I don't have a job, I'm not going to think about it right now, I'm listening to my song. Put up the volume of that song. It should be, as loud as your mind cannot think about anything else. Like, sometimes we have such loud music. If you like speakers, use the speakers. If you like headphones, earphones, whatever you like, just use it. These are the basic 5 steps. Basic, most basic for beginners. 5 steps. You are frustrated with your life completely. You are so much depressed. You're thinking, I don't have anything. This video is not making sense to me. Believe me, and just give me this much time of your life, just for 3 days, and then see what change comes into your life. Just 3 days. And you will come back to this channel to see what you have to do with the rest of those thoughts that you made. Okay? So, again, very fastly. First step, meditation. During meditation, make the list of all those thoughts. Third thing, yoga. 5 poses. Takes 5 minutes, doesn't matter. 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Time does not matter. But meditation, yes. Meditation, that I said, put it for 10 minutes. Meditation for 10 minutes. Made the list of thoughts that time. And then did yoga, maybe 5 minutes for beginners. Fourth thing, you did whatever you love the most for 30 minutes, I would say, like 15 to 30 minutes. Start with 15 if it's some kind of like, cleaning the house, or, cleaning your car, or doing something like that. If it's artwork or something, you can do it for 30 minutes or more if you like, if you have time. And the last is 5 songs, minimum 5 songs, max depends upon the time you have, but minimum 5 songs with the help of shunting out your thoughts. Okay, so if you're doing art, shunt out the thoughts. If you are doing this, if you're listening to the songs, you have to shunt out the thoughts. If you're doing yoga, you have to shunt out the thoughts. So these are the basic 5 steps. In the next video, I'm going to explain what you're going to do with the list of the things. Do not read that list ever. Do not ever read that list. I will tell you how you're going to read it and how you're going to put it all in a way that it will not harm your internal peace. Okay? So basically these were the 5 steps. If you like my videos and if you want me to do more such videos, please do like and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna grow a lot because this is just the beginning and we have just started to just examine our inner self. This is just examining. We are not doing anything else right now. This is just examining the inner self and coming to peace with it. Once you come to peace, and then we have to grow a lot further. We have to go till the twin flame journeys. If someone's going through those kind of things, you will get the answers on this channel for sure. And the people who are already in like twin flame journeys, you would know how it is. The journey, I would say 100% depressing, 200% frustrating, 300% negative, but we're gonna remove all that. We're gonna see the easiest way. Although for twin flames there's no easy path, but at least we can be prepared about it. We can be just a little bit at ease with ourselves if we start just from now on. Okay, so I'm just gonna end up the video here. If you like my videos, do share with your friends, and don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and that bell icon. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.